All right. There's a big game that's not Eagles-Cowboys. Could you get our man?
Yeah.
You know, JP, thanks. There's a big game. And you know me when it comes to youth sports. I love youth sports, man. I do. I love about it. I love everything about it. And, you know, big believer in it and the good it does. Well, we got an incredible program in our backyard. And there's a big game that's coming up. And my man, Danny DiBerardinis, who is the athletic director from St. Joe's Prep. St. Joe's Prep versus La Salle.
Oh,
Danny
man.
D.
Nice.
On this weekend, cuz.
Oh, my God. What's up, brother?
How we doing, man?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, grinding. Great time to be alive. We got a big game this weekend. Rematch from the first game. So it should be it's a lot of excitement. The game is sold out.
Yeah.
Completely sold out. It's going to be streamed live, which is good. We got a live stream set up so people can watch it at home. But it's sold out. 6,500 tickets. They're all gone. So yeah, it's
Is this a revenge game for you guys?
yeah. So
Yeah.
the last couple of years, it's been a little bit one-sided our way recently.
Yeah.
They shook things up. They got new coach Brett Gordon, who played at Villanova, great local guy. And they got a really talented team. And we played them in early October, went to 4 overtimes.
Wow.
We lost by 1.
Epic game.
Wow.
They ran the Philly special.
No, they didn't.
And it kind of fell apart. And there was like a broken play. And they got the 2-point conversion in overtime to win.
Oh,
so
man.
it was electric. It was sold out that game. So there's a lot of excitement around it.
Where is this one at?
It's at Wissahickon High School.
Wissahickon High School.
Yeah, 1 o'clock on Saturday.
1 o'clock Saturday. This is going to be an epic battle.
Yeah, we got this, and hopefully the Eagles come down and smash the Cowboys on Sunday. So it'll be a good weekend.
I'm fascinated by the program that you've built.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. You know, who's who of Division I NFL types have come through there. Tell us about how that step that you guys made to really, take it to another level.
Yeah, it started. There's always been a rich history. Gil Brooks was a coach in the early 2000s, and they pivoted to this guy named Gabe Infante, who is currently the associate head coach at Duke. He's down there with Manny Diaz.
Yeah.
And he put a lot of hard work in, and he kind of, established this amazing culture that has, made the prep. We've been to 10 of the last 11 state championships games. So perennial top 25 team. And it started on these young guys' backs. There was a guy who played at Penn State, John Reed. He was kind of the first one, John Runyon.
Yeah.
Some of those guys, they kind of built on their shoulders that have started this run. And it's really the brotherhood, the culture. They've established something great, and I'm just kind of keeping it moving. Like they established it, and I'm just here to keep.
Well,
it in the right
it's an amazing. I mean, you went through just a couple of them. There's, trotters and morning waves, and
Swift, yeah. And they guys that all come.
Pat Marvin. You kidding me?
And right now, Marvin's little brother is a freshman. His name is Jet Harrison, and he is 6'3", 185. As a freshman, starting receiver, and the father said he never weighed 185 his entire pro career. He is a specimen, and he's special. He's going to be the next great receiver out of the area, and schools are already lining up, drilling over.
So, this game this weekend, how many D1 players do you think are between both teams combined? You got a dozen or so?
Oh, more.
Yeah,
more. So just on our side, our senior class, we have 25 seniors that play football, and that's just a credit to the program. And last year we graduated 27, and 22 went on to play college football.
Wow. Wow, that's unbelievable.
That is crazy.
What is 27 and 22 play college football? That's amazing.
And the 5 didn't just decided to go in a different direction. They could have, right?
Wow.
So that's the type of program that we kind of try to establish where, every day we're getting better. We're playing against the best schedule, and we're really developing these kids so they can go on and follow their dreams at playing to the next level.
So you and Coach, right? You're fielding, inquiries from every major college, every major university
Once the live period opens up our door at the prep, we have Dabo coming in. We have guys from all over the country that are lining up to kind of come in and talk to our young men and our student athletes. And the culture and what we've established, they know these guys are plug and play guys because of the culture that we've established. Our coaching staff does such a great job academically and athletically, they're ready for the college rigor right away. So these guys have been impact players right away, where the coaches know what type of product they're going to get from our student athletes.
Yeah, I mean that's that's amazing. Like, you think about, here we are in our backyard, and you got who's who of college football, and how's the landscape changed? I mean, with NIL.
Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy, right? Like, and you're at the forefront of it because all those kids, they're every university you said drooled over them, looking to get them to go there.
Well, we just, there's not NIL on our end, but we try to just inform the kids and give them the most resources to handle it, right?
You're
so
right.
We have clinics and guys come in to speak about NIL and how, that you got to pay taxes on it. We're trying to inform these kids that when they do go ahead and they have the money, we have the resources and structure to help them navigate it, because it's a scary environment. It's the Wild West out there, and it changes monthly, right? It's still evolving. No one really knows what it's going to be yet. So we're just at the prep. We're just trying to give our student athletes obviously a great experience in high school, but also give them the tools, the next step to understand and how to navigate that NIL stuff. So
yeah, it's complete. Look, college football is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I love it. I'm a huge fan. And so I look at it and I go, hey, they're going to expand playoffs again. Yeah. The conferences are still evolving, right? At some point, there's going to be like an AFC and an NFC. All right, it's going to be two conferences.
Sure.
They'll probably call it the Big Ten and SEC, and everything will get swallowed up and then you'll have divisions that'll be geographic.
No, I completely agree. I think you're spot on with it. I mean, just because the money that it's just generating so much, and they got to compete with each other. So they got to set up these big games, and they got to be a part of these conferences so that in conference you're playing these games, right? Because you got to kind of make your mark and navigate these playoffs. So it's evolving. I still don't think they know what it's going to be yet, but I think the playoffs awesome. I think it's going to be really exciting.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting, the professionalization of youth sports. Yeah. Because that's what's happened. Like, I'm in the middle of it, right? Yeah. And it's been a passion with my children, and I'm starting a whole platform on it because I just think parents need to know about it. And it's a world that's underreported on.
For sure.
And you see it. And you're not just football. Like, the prep is every sport.
Yeah, we have 20 varsity sports teams. So we have Crew, which is a national program. We're top 5 in the country every year in Crew. We're sending kids to Harvard and Cal to row at the most prestigious schools. And then we have a squash team. We have mountain biking to sport now. Our mountain biking team is growing by the day. We have 45 kids. We have to almost start having cuts or tryouts for these sports because it's just evolving. We have ultimate frisbee.
What?
Yeah. So
you're a big fan of the ultimate frisbee. We always talk about that.
It's just evolving. Everything is, and the youth sports is continuing to grow. And like me and you talked about it before, it's just finding the niche and figuring it out. Like me and Anthony talked about, do you do the trainer? Do you not do the trainer? Do you pay for the travel team? Do you not? And I think you got to kind of navigate it and find that mix where my advice is always get a trainer, watch what he's doing, and then you do it with your kid, right? And then you spend time with your kid, you're developing your kid, but you're also
you're bonding.
You're bonding, but you need to learn the tricks, right? So I always think there's a middle ground and a combination to kind of find it to really help these kids grow and develop.
Yeah,
I'm blown away. There's a school in Philadelphia that's got a squash team.
Yeah, man, we play for the Racket Club, man. Yeah. So we got about 22 kids that play, and we go to nationals. And
do they come in with squash skills, or do they have an interest, and you always teach them how to play?
At the prep, we kind of push kids to try new things and get out of their comfort zone. So we, kids are really outgoing, and we kind of encourage that. So we don't have kids coming in to have a lot.
Not recruiting squash guys.
Have a ton of squash experience. Same with Crew. Our Crew team there's not a lot of kids who row before high school. We just have the structure. We have a boathouse. We have the boats to get them out there, and we have a great coaching staff to kind of push them in the right direction, and that's kind of how it is. So again, there's not a lot of youth squash or youth Crew going on out there, but when we get them, we get our hands on them, we mold them, and we kind of give them the structure and resources to succeed at their sport.
That's awesome. How do you, as the AD, because obviously football gets all the headlines, the sexiest thing, you got good baseball.
It's the most polarizing.
But I mean, football is you're it. How do you reconcile, all the sports and making sure that, you're promoting everything, and it's a big deal, big job.
And luckily we have a great resource there at the school. The president from top to bottom, they believe in it. They understand the importance of, helping a kid grow and develop to become a man, and life lessons you learn from sports. So I have an incredibly strong team over at the prep. These guys that work with me, I have a few guys that we work extremely hard together. We put a lot of hours to make sure everyone's feeling the proper love and everyone understands that.
Well, I love the messaging from the order, right? Like the messaging is important, right? Like the idea of what sports means, right? To development and the avenue that it can bring a kid, but also how to be a just and good man. Like there are great life lessons to it.
And we try that through our mission and ministry team at the prep. We get out in the community. We're supposed to be where, our mission is being men and for and with others. So like teams have to do community service. They have to go out in the community. They have to go to kitchens, and that bonds them, but it also makes them a better all around person.
It does.
Sports, to me, I mean, I'm biased. I work in athletics, but it is the connector of all. I think when you're a part of a team, it teaches you so many lessons for life. Like you're gonna have people you don't want to deal with. You're gonna have struggles. You're gonna have, you're fighting for playing time. That's life, man. And you're gonna have to figure that stuff out. And I think sports is a huge avenue to make you a better all around.
Dude, it prepares you for failure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the biggest thing. Like, because it's okay. You don't have to go into a shell if you fail.
For sure.
Right? It teaches you to fight through it. And 100%. Then once you fail and you've experienced failure, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
And then B, you also know the other side of it, which is success.
Yep.
And it makes you appreciate success.
For sure. I always say adversity builds character, right?
Yeah.
So like you're going to lose.
Yeah.
And some people don't experience it until later in life, a loss. So like having sports, it kind of pushes it to the forefront. So yeah, I mean, it's a great. I'm passionate about it. Obviously, I love it. I'm following you and your boys. You're doing great. I'm excited for them to have their journeys and keep playing the sports they love. I think it's important.
I mean, it's amazing. I went to school in Western PA for college, and that was a long time ago. But they didn't even. That was like Mount Union and Mount Vernon. They didn't even. I talked to those guys. They'd be like, Southeastern PA football, get out of here. And you guys have now changed the whole landscape with what you're doing there.
I mean, we've been to 10 out of the last 11. We've won 9 state championships.
Yeah.
So we're doing our thing.
Wow.
This year, so our captains this year, we have 2 Ohio State commits, a running back and defensive tackle, and they're both out for the year. Both got injuries early in the season, so they're both down, but they're going to Ohio State. Phenomenal kids.
Wow.
We got a linebacker going to Notre Dame, Anthony Sacca, whose father played.
Tony
Sacca.
I love it.
Played
his brother John was quarterback too.
Phenomenal athletes.
They're good people, the Sackers.
Middle linebacker, Notre Dame. We got an outside linebacker going to Penn State. And then so they're
crazy.
They're the main ones people like the big names. But we're also young. We're playing a sophomore quarterback. His name's Charlie Falk. Phenomenal kid. Jet Harrison's starting receiver. He's a freshman. So we have a good mix. This team is a good mix of young and old. But La Salle is a tremendous kids. Their quarterback was going to Rutgers. He just decommitted, but he's phenomenal. And they have the number 1 kid in the junior class, this kid Joey O'Brien, who is a two-way kid. He's incredibly special, and he's getting recruited by Georgia, Bama.
Wow.
So,
and what position is he?
He plays. I don't know if he's going to play receiver or DB, but he's getting recruited. I think he's kind of a unicorn.
Wow.
He's a freak. So he's the number 1 player in the junior class in the state of PA.
Wow.
And he'll go wherever he wants. And he's special. So it's going to be.
That's awesome, man. What a game, man. That's a great game.
There's a lot of guys that are going to play on Sunday that will play too on Saturday, I think.
That's great. Yeah, that is awesome.
It's going to be special. And then it kind of stinks for us because we're, I'm biased, but I think we're the 1 and 2 teams in the state. And we're playing each other to just go to the state.
Yeah.
So then
they need to change that.
Well, yeah.
They need to do it like almost like the college tournament now.
Like an NCAA tournament.
Exactly. You got to do that. Yeah.
So it goes by districts and the amount of teams you have by your district. So Philadelphia, with the public and the private and Catholic schools and the charter schools, we get 1 bid each. So then we have to play each other to go. So
that's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, the best tour teams don't always make it, but it is great to win a state championship, and you got to play so in Philly, you got to play the best to get through it, right? So it sets us up for what's to come, and we're excited about it. But La Salle is a huge rival, but, we're good friends with them, and we're passionate about sports, and we compete, and, we're excited.
That's awesome, man.
I think we're ready for it. I think we're young, and we kind of grew early in the year, but I think we're rolling right now, and I'm excited for the game Saturday.
Can't wait. And people can stream it, right?
So Bob Long Sports, he's phenomenal. He has the YouTube channel set up, and we're going to push everyone there. So it is now free. We were going to do a paywall. It's now free on PHLY Sports.
Good.
And yeah, like I said, it's sold out. To sell out a high school football game days in advance. I mean,
Yeah, man, it's a big deal.
Early this week.
Yeah.
So a lot of hype around
It's all scouts, apparently.
Oh, yeah. You got that. Maybe a lot of them there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Dan, what a pleasure, man. It's so good seeing you, brother.
Dan, you're the best. I appreciate all you do for the kids. I mean, I know you're trying to open up different avenues and giving a lot of insight, and it's important.
It is. People need to understand it.
And, you're beloved in the city, so I appreciate every time reaching out to you.
We love you, brother.
Yeah,
Proud of you, man.
Yeah, nice work,
Big
man.
time.
Yeah.
Danny, oh, man, it's the best